I've been reading a lot of Neville Goddard's books and writings, and he teaches how to manifest from basically imagining the wish fulfilled or imagining the end scene. And when you can become the person in your consciousness, basically of where you want to be or what you want to achieve, at that point you manifest. And I was reading in the book Your Faith is Your Fortune, and a couple things really hit me. So I'm going to read this first and then I'm going to talk. You cannot serve two masters or opposing states of consciousness at the same time, taking your attention from one state and placing it upon the other. You die to one from which you have taken it, and you live and express the one which you are united. Man cannot see how it would be possible to express that which he desires to be by so simple a law as acquiring the consciousness of the thing desired. The reason for this lack of faith on the part of man is that he looks at the desired state through the consciousness of his present limitations. Therefore, he naturally sees it as impossible of accomplishment. One of the first things man must realize is that it is impossible, in dealing with this spiritual law of consciousness, to put new wine in old bottles or new patches on old garments. That is, you cannot take any part of the present consciousness into the new state, for the state sought is complete in itself and needs no patching. Every level of consciousness automatically expresses itself. To rise to the level of any state is to automatically become the state in expression. But in order to rise to the level that you are not now expressing, you must completely drop the consciousness with which you are now identified. Until your present consciousness is dropped, you will not be able to rise to another level. Okay, so what really hit me with this is a lot of times we think that we're changing from our current state, where we are, and we're somehow improving and going to where we want to be. So let's just talk in terms of money. Let's say we're making $2,000 a month and we in our business or whatever we're doing, but we want to be making $10,000 a month. So we think that we need to just improve from the $2,000 a month, to $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000, but we need to make changes to the $2,000 a month. We keep thinking about, we make $2,000 a month, this is where I am. I'm at $2,000 a month, but I want to be at $10,000 a month. What this is saying is that we have to drop everything about our consciousness that is you, the person making $2,000 a month. So you as the business owner, or you as the employee, or you as the manifester that is getting $2,000 a month, that state of being, how you identify as that person, you have to drop that. You have to completely remove it from your mind and completely remove it from your identity if you want to assume the state of, I earn $10,000 a month, or I receive $10,000 a month. You cannot be thinking of both consciousness at the same time. It has to be one or the other. It says you cannot serve two masters or opposing states of consciousness at the same time. So in order to go from 2 to 10, we're not moving like a sliding scale. Everything we're so taught that we progress in a linear manner, that we get a small raise and then we get a small raise, or our sales increase a little bit at a time. What Neville teaches is you just assume your wish fulfilled. So if your wish fulfilled is to be making $10,000 a month, you jump from whatever you were before, you forget that. You don't believe it. You only believe and you only take on the consciousness of I create or I make $10,000 a month. Then he goes on and talks about, well, how do you do this? To accomplish this seemingly impossible feat, you take your attention away from your problem So that would be what you're currently earning, and place it on just being. You say silently but feelingly, I am. Do not condition this awareness, but continue declaring quietly, I am, I am. So when he is saying do not condition this awareness, I am, the words I am, encompasses all creation, all infinite possibilities, anything that can be. So, in our little tiny brains, let's stay with this money example. There's a possibility of you making $1,000,000. There's a possibility of you making the $2,000 a month. There's a possibility of you making the $10,000 a month. There's a possibility of you making $20,000 a month. There's a possibility of you making $1,000,000 a month. There's infinite possibilities, right? You need to choose one of those. But in choosing one, you're not choosing all the others. When you say I am is everything. So right now, your condition is you are a person, whatever your name is. My name is Kim. So right now, I am Kim, who, in this example, makes $2,000 a month. That's the condition. I have removed all the other possibilities that are out there, and I am recognizing this one possibility, the quote unquote reality, that I'm only making $2,000 a month. Okay, so we need to remove that condition. We need to remove that. Think of it like a choice. Think of it like we need to remove that choice. Okay, so we're going to unpick that we make $2,000 a month. And we're going to go back to the full awareness of I am. I am a being of energy that can have infinite possibilities. I just need to choose. Okay, so do not condition this awareness, but continue declaring quietly, I am, I am. Simply feel that you are faceless and formless, and continue doing so until you feel yourself floating. So when he's saying faceless and formless, so this is like if you're in like a relaxed meditative state and you get to that point where you cannot feel your body anymore. He talks a lot about a state akin to sleep, like that in between state where you're still aware that you're awake, but you're really like half asleep. So you can control your consciousness, but you're very sleepy, and you are no longer your identity as Kim, your person who is making $2,000 a month. You're like in this, to me, it's very like a very dreamy state. I actually start seeing a lot of like colors when I get into this state. You might just be, it's just you're not thinking of all your problems, okay? So we get into the state of just I am. We remove all of the conditions. You remove your being as a wife or a husband or a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a son or a daughter or a parent. You remove your role as whatever your job is. All the things that you identify with, you remove. You are no longer that. You are just I am. So not I am a husband, or I am a wife, or I am a mother, or I am a father. Just I am. Okay, hang on a second. I lost my place in this book. So you're faceless and formless, and continue doing so until you feel yourself floating. Floating is a psychological state which completely denies the physical. Through practice in relaxation and willfully refusing to react to sensory impressions, it's possible to develop a state of consciousness of pure receptivity. It's a surprising, easy accomplishment. In this state of complete detachment, a definite singleness of purposeful thought can be engraved upon your unmodified consciousness. This state of consciousness is necessary for true meditation. Okay, so what he is saying is you're going into this state where you are formless. It's like you're formless energy. So you're formless, and now when you are formless, then you can mold yourself, mold your energy into whatever outcome you want. So you can create a state of being of you in a different state. So you can create the state where now you are making $10,000 a month. This wonderful experience of rising and floating is the signal that you are absent from the body or your problem. So you're absent, you have removed yourself from making $2,000 a month, and now you're present with the Lord. In this expanded state, you are not conscious of being anything but I am. I am. You are only conscious of being. So first we want to get to the state where we are only conscious of being. We have forgotten all of our conditions in our life, all of the problems, all of our identifications, and we are just being. When this expansion of consciousness is attained within this formless deep of yourself, give form to the new conception by claiming and feeling yourself to be that which you, before you entered in this state, desired to be. So now this is the time where we form ourselves into whatever we want to create. You will find that within this formless deep of yourself, all things appear to be divinely possible. So when we went to the state of just I am being, all infinite possibilities are present in that moment. I am encompasses all. From that state, then we can choose to form one of those infinite possibilities. You know, we can pick $10,000 a month. We can pick, our health. We can pick whatever we want. Anything that you sincerely feel yourself to be while in this expanded state becomes, in time, your natural expression. So I want to go back to, actually, let me read this next paragraph. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of waters. Yes, let there be a firmness or conviction in the midst of this expanded consciousness by knowing and feeling I am that, the thing desired. As you claim and you feel yourself to be the thing desired, you are crystallizing this formless liquid light that you are into the image and likeness of that which you are conscious of being. So what he is saying is, when you get into that state of I am, and it encompasses all, you are formless, you are beingless, you have removed all your identifying factors and your limitations, and that state of where you were just earning $2,000 a month, okay? Then you are choosing I am that, and you're picking, this is where you pick the that. What specific that do you want to pick? What specific that do you want to form yourself into? So you go from being, as he describes it, a formless liquid light, and then you create the image and likeness of which you want to be. So then you can visualize the end result. So if the end result in this scenario that I've been talking this whole time is $10,000 a month, you could then visualize your bank account showing a $10,000 deposit, or going to your mailbox and getting a $10,000 check that you then go to the bank. Or I have a hard time like visualizing the when it's per month, other than like if there's a calendar and you write on there payday $10,000, and it's like you in your mind you're flipping through January, February, March, April, May, and you see those deposits. So you're seeing that it's a consistent deposit every single month. Um, that's one way that you could think of the consistency of it. But I want to go back to the two states of consciousness. To rise to the level of any state is to automatically become the state in expression. But in order to rise to the level that you are not now expressing, you must completely drop the consciousness with which you are now identified. So you have to completely drop the old you, because that is just one version of you. That is just one expression of the infinite possibilities. And in order for us to choose a new expression of ourselves, we have to let go, delete, forget that old expression. We must choose an entirely new expression. And so his process is get yourself to meditate quietly where you're just I am, and you have forgotten all of your identifying things, such as that you're only making $2,000 a month. And then once you're in that state of I am, which encompasses all infinite possibilities, pick then what to form yourself into. Pick to now be the person who earns $10,000 a month. Okay, so that may sound completely confusing to you, or it may make perfect sense. I don't know. I just really liked, for me, it was hitting home that I really needed to drop where I am now in order to create what I want to create. Like, I can't be thinking of it in terms of improving from where I am now. It's assuming a completely new possibility. Like, there's no connection to the old possibility. It's not like I'm improving on the old version of me. I'm actually creating a new version of me. Okay, hope that helped. Bye.